side. Well, I guess on days like this, it's kind of negative. But,
what are your winters? You work 100?
No, that's what's nice. Is once the winters get here, my hours are more normal. It's more like 40 hours.
So what happens to the grass?
Well, for the most part, we're maintaining it until it stops growing. So it's growing all the way through November, and then December, January, February, it just kind of goes to sleep. We don't do much. We fertilize and do most of our maintenance before that. You know, we're not doing much to the field in the winter. There's not much you can do if there's 6 inches of snow on the ground. And that's actually great, insulated. We have some turf blankets that we can actually cover it if it to get really cold. But for the most part, we don't do anything. Once we put it to bed at the end of the season, it's ready to go in the spring. We do all of the work, so everything, all the irrigation, all the edges, the clay is all redone. The mounds, the bullpens are all ready to go. We put a tarp on them, cover up all the clay, and it's ready to go for the next year.
Is it harder to get it ready for a game in April or a game in September? All about
well, we pretty much every game is the same. We pretty much do the same. Not one game's really more so, harder than the others. I think it's harder at the beginning of the year because we're doing maybe some more major stuff. But once the season gets here, we're kind of going through a routine. And then when they go on the road, we'll fix things that we've had problems with, that homestand. But when they go on the road, we're still working. We work every day. It might be a smaller crew or shorter time, but we're not here the whole day when they're on the road. So like I say, when they're home, that's a 14-hour day. When they go on the road, if we can get out by noon, that's great, but we'll probably still be here every single day. And if not all of us, half the crew might be in one day, and half the crew will be in. There won't be a single day that there won't be someone here.
How big is the crew?
Well, including myself, will be 9 people that we have, and that's including game day people, seasonal people, and Eric's my only full-time all year round person.
Do you oversee it every year?
Yes.
So you guys have any questions? Come on.
I want to know how you get the illusion of the stripes or the designs of the grass.
Well, all it is the grass, the sun hitting the grass. If you look at my hand, it's a grass blade. It's laying down in that direction. When I bring the grass back this way, it turns dark. So that grass here is facing this way. This grass is facing that way. You just got to build a mow straight because I have rollers on my mower that lay the grass down. So
tell me, what about when you put it like the Fleur-de-Lis and the All-Star logo?
Again, it's direction.
But how do you know? Is it pattern or?
Well, we just kind of stencil it out basically.
What you do is you take like a broom, kind of push the grass.
Like more intricate little corners and stuff. You can either use a hose or a hose to blow the grass, or leaf rake, push broom, and change those little intricate spots. But for the most part, it's just being able to pick up the roller or the reels on the mower, turn around and go back the other direction and get that contrast. And that's what you get the separation.
So it's your homes now from now on.
You can do it at home.
Your house.
Actually, it's not too bad. I don't get to spend quite as much time, or I don't want to spend quite as much time at home. Before every homestand, like let's say this, if we have an 8-game homestand, halfway between, I'll take an edger. It's like a 4-wheel edger with a blade that's going to cut the grass nice and straight this way, and I just go around. It's just a good eye. It takes some practice to get it straight, and then you can use the string line to put a string line to follow that string line. But for the most part, most of the year I just eye it up. But it's a 4-wheel. It has 4 wheels and a 3-horse engine on it, and you just lower it down. The blade just comes straight up and down. Not like a weed eater where you turn it. It's hard to hold it. You make it a lot steadier.